Grade 7. So when you go to gravit.io, don't put in designer, just put in gravit.io. It'll ask you to sign in, and you'll be able to scroll down and it'll say sign in with Google. So sign in with Google, and there's no privacy issues then. And then click on A4 and then click onto create. So this will take you to a blank page. Sorry, a blank page. It shouldn't be a blank page. It should be file. It should have on there a blank page like that. Now you've got grids that you can turn on and off. That's really useful. Just going to leave it on off for a minute. So if you think about the width of a page for the width of an A4 page for your actual label, and that's about the right size approximately. So you've got lots of tools along the top. I'm going to show you the basics and then I'm going to head you off to a video. But I thought I'd do this video because the video that I'd like you to look at has just got music and no one's talking. So it's very similar to this that I'm going to do. So if you click on a square or shape and get a rectangle to begin with, we'll do some basics. So click and drag out that shape. So that shape then has all these pop-up menus appear. So for example, with the fill, it's automatically filled to grey. So grey here, when you click on that, you could fill it to red, fill it to yellow. You can also fill it in a linear gradient, a radial gradient, and if I click on linear gradient, it takes me to two colours, all right? And those two colours are symboled here. On the ends of the colours, you can move them. So if you click and you drag, and then you click and you drag, you can change the graduation, all right? Now, it starts from black at the bottom. So this is your black colour. And then you can change that colour. So if you wanted it to be red, you can change it to red. And then on the top, if you wanted that to be more of an orange, you can change it to orange. So, and then you can move that scale around as to how you want that to work, all right? And then just click anywhere. Now you'd like a border around this. So when you click on the shape, the menu pops up again. So underneath border, you'll see a plus sign, so add border. And at the moment, it's defaulted to a 1 point. If I wanted a slightly thicker line, press 3 and then press enter, and you'll get a slightly thicker line all the way around, or a 4. And that means you'll get a thicker line as well. If you want no border, you can toggle visibility. So there you go, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can also change the shape of the outside. So you can curve the corners, which is quite a useful tool as well. So I'm just going to curve my corners off there. So let's go back to the shape. And let's say I want to put an ellipse on the top. So click ellipse and then drag out an ellipse shape that you like. So I'm going to stick with that one, and I'm going to move that up in position. That's nice and equal, and I'm going to then draw around that. So click and draw around that. I'm then going to go to modify path, convert to path, and then click on merge. So that gives you a nice, and it also a nice shape for your label, and it also continues with the actual shading or the linear gradient, if you like. Now we can start to manipulate this, all right? And I've already converted it to a path, but if you click on subselect, and then you subselect this here, you can then start to mess around with what shape you want. So if I click that one and then I hold down Alt, I can raise it and then I can bring it down to get whatever shape I like. So that's another one. So that's the subselect. Now if I want to do other things like draw my logo, I might want to draw a line. So for example, with that Z shape. So when I click and I drag out like that, that will do just an ordinary straight line, and then just escape to finish. Now once if I want a curvy line, click on pen, and then you click to drop, and then when you click to tell you where the line's going now, you hold it down, and what that does is a curve, and you can twist that curve either way, and then click to release, and then the next one, click, and if you want a straight one, just do it as a straight one, and then a curved one, and then just another curved one to finish. All right, so that means that you can then, if you like, you can then escape, select, and then if you want to, go to edit, get into this habit, modify, path, convert. Oh, it's already on a path, that's fine. And then you can actually move these points, you can rotate, and then you can chop and change. All right, so there are some basics. If you wanted to fill that with something else, if you go to fill, this is also useful, and you wanted to fill it with the exact same color, click on a pick color, and you can just go around and you can say I want to pick that color, and it automatically goes to that one. If you want to fill it with a particular theme, which might be what we call a texture fill, you can actually go and choose your image. Now I've already done it earlier and cropped an image, a PNG, so I could take that, press open, and it will fill it, but it's tiling it. It's called tile, so if you go to fill, it will try and fill it or fit to shape. You'll just have to mess around, stretch. There's lots of different things that you could use. You might want to try adjusting on the scale. So that's just your texture fill as well, so you can use that as much as you like. What else is useful? That's about it. I think once you've got the basics, then you can then watch the video which I've sent to you as a link on ManageBack.